Just a quick adjustment. Let's go. Wild card. Here we go. Force advance to the wild card. We're here. We're here. This is what this loading screen is meant for. That loading screen, that's what it's meant for. But as you all see, guys, us as the New York Jets, we didn't make the playoffs. It's a tough thing. But moving on forward, they have the weekly awards. We made it. The Week 17 weekly awards. CJ Mosley as as this season is like a return season of retired players. As last year was like a lot of retired players retired. Jason Witten came back. Larry Fitzgerald in our world came back. And even CJ Mosley came back, and I think it was somebody else. Eli Manning came back, but he automatically didn't get that much playing time anyway. So Eli Manning said, F it. CJ Mosley still here though. So as we here, checking out it. Here, top players going out, ending the season. Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Kendrick, all of that. So as we fast forward, of course, like I said, we didn't make the playoffs. As the opening playoffs comes ahead, we have to go back to the stats world and check out these yearly awards. And I guess it's true. For 2 years straight in our world, I can't recall it for the past 2 years because now I'm just now making this feels like a thing, comparing the real world to our world. But for this world, Russell Wilson is the league MVP. I think so, 100% believe so. If it changed, it's crazy. Lamar Jackson was top of the list, but I guess I don't know what happened causing the MVP to be Russell Wilson this year. 2 years ago, or 2 years in a row, Tom Brady was the MVP for the 2 years past in our world. So Russell Wilson's the new break on keeping it still as he's the guy. Jacoby Brissett is top 2. Then they have Mitchell Trubisky because he bringing the Bears undefeated. Jacoby Brissett took the stand after Adam, my guy, Andrew Luck retired this year. That's where Jacoby Brissett took a note. So we're going to see a lot of things and see how these players goes, but you can obviously check out the top 10 players. Yes, Cam is healthy and ready, and he's saying he's staying with the Panthers, but who knows what's going to happen next year. But yeah, these it, and it looks like it was only Ezekiel being MVP as Ezekiel came in a year late. But like I said, the Bears is the guy. The Bears came in this season 16-0, so just know they're the guy. The second best schedule is the Ravens. That's why I thought, like, you know, Lamar Jackson really would have won it like the real life Lamar Jackson did. But Russell Wilson took that. Real life people would have said that's a robbery, which it is. Look at this record. Lamar Jackson, and this is crazy, but you see the top records of this year as, you know, why the coaching year is picked. But let's go more further on AFC. We're not even going to go past the 7 mark. You know how it goes. You're just going to stop at the top 3, and you see the remaining. The Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick Mahomes, top 3. Defensive Player of the Year, CJ Mosley. You see that? Offensive Rookie, Josh Jacobs, Marquise Brown, A.J. Brown. You see the rest. You see Defensive Rookies, Levi Wallace, Ed Oliver, and Jermaine Pratt. And best quarterback goes to Patrick Mahomes, Brissett, Lamar. You see the remains. Running back, Ingram, Chubbs, Le'Veon. Really supposed to have that, but it's all good. Best receiver, A.J. Green, Edelman, T.Y. You see the remains. Best O-line. You see their names, and you see the remains. D-line, you see their name. Joey Bosa in that bit. Chargers, I like the Chargers, you know, since, you know, I've been starting this. Chargers was kind of like one of my favorite teams Like, I watch a couple of their games. It's pretty awesome. Von Miller's the guy. D-backs, William Jackson, Jordan Poyer, Patrick Chung, and you see the remains. Kicker, if you choose to take a note, and then we go NFC real quick. Russell Wilson, the guy. Mitchell Trubisky, Ezekiel. And, you know, there you go. See the remains. Aaron Donald, you can't even stop that. It's a beast. But going for the rookies, Kyler Murray, Jordan Scarlett. Panthers is like a real life team that changed, that look different from this, you know. So, but you see the guys, the rookies, now you see the top players. You feel me? Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson, Mitchell Trubisky, and the remains. Quarterbacks, you know, Ezekiel said he signed a big contract and he chose to improve that. Saquon Barkley needs to step it up for the team, and Todd Gurley there. Top three. Rams had a subpar year, but that was my favorite last year, but in my world, they didn't go. But it was meant for the Falcons, you know what I mean? As they trying to say the Bears supposed to take it, because the Falcons went undefeated. Second team in history in our world. So, let's see how this goes this year. Wish I was in it. I would have took them down. Bears, I would have took down the Bears, but Khalil Mack is that man. Bobby Wagner there. See them. DBs. Care to see. And that be the note of the 2019 annual awards. I'm kind of a little lopsided off knowing that Russell Wilson is the guy for the MVP. You know what I mean? Kind of a little under knowing, but it's all good. He's the MVP. See the top receiver on our team, top quarterback, and of course Le'Veon Bell, the top running back. But I mean, I don't have to take note in that. I would have took note in that probably, you know, coming into the season or whatnot. But yeah, man, that's that for that. The awards. It's nice to know who won. But yeah, let's check out the schedule. That'll be helping us to understand that, you know, who's in the playoffs and who's not. Or do you want to see who clinch in the standings? Let's get a better glimpse of the standings. Then we'll see who's playing. So that's how we're going to end it off, guys. I'm telling you, Fizz and Friends Gaming, Madden Stars has been a good year. Madden Stars, 4th year is coming next year. We're going to see what happens when Madden 21 come out. But for sure, it's amazing to say. Before we go, if y'all took a glimpse, you probably took a glimpse already. But we're going to check the news and shit after we check out the schedule. It's going like that just because it's a season roundup. But you see the Bears are in the playoffs. It's real, guys. It's my first time seeing this. I don't play. It's my first time seeing this. Of course, I know the Bears was in it. The Ravens are in it. The Eagles are in it. The Patriots are in it. The Browns are in it. The Seahawks are in it. The Lions are in it. The Texans are in it. The Chiefs, the Panthers, the Jaguars, and the Cowboys are in it. Is anybody else? It's no more else. So let's go back. You see where the Dolphins rank. That's Ronnie's team. And you see all the other teams and where they rank, your favorite teams, the real life, you know, team that went to the Super Bowl, 49ers. The team that undrafted us is not there. The Vikings is not even in the playoffs. A lot of the Rams is not there. There's a lot of teams we not there. The Jets not there. The Bills wasn't there. Saints not there. Packers not there. You know what I mean? Chargers is not there. This is the first year that I see the Chargers are not in the playoffs. So we got to break it down slowly. So we're going to go through the divisions, okay? It's a big thought of what happened. So here down in the AFC North, we already knew that the Ravens and the Browns was going to get it. I believe they played last, and I'm not too sure, but that was a game decided who's going to be, divisional team. The divisional team is the Ravens and the Browns, and the Ravens is the number 2 team of the league. So we're going to see, or maybe number 1, I'm not too sure. I think they're the number 1 team, Ravens. Yeah, the Ravens are the number 1 team, but they're the number 2 team in the league, but the number 1 team in the AFC. So the Browns, they made the playoffs. Texans, they made it to the playoffs, but they is a divisional leader, but it seems like they will be dropping down to the wild card. Jaguars in our world, be realistic with you, everything is real but the Browns and the Jaguars. The leaders are there, the Patriots is there, Jets and the Bills, none of us made it. Chargers didn't make it, so it's there. Like, the leaders are there. Chiefs, this is AFC leaders, divisional leaders are real as the real life this year. So the Chiefs are in, Chargers not in. None of us, the Bills, are not in. So it went the other way. It went to the better team, the Jaguars, who are real life contenders from last year's Super Bowl 53. So the real life contenders from last year's Super Bowl 53, Jaguars, are trying to come back and do the same thing. The Texans is real life, and the Browns is just the only team that's not really, supposed to be here. But the Ravens are here, of course, and the real life Super Bowl champs are here, of course. Okay? So the real life Super Bowl champs are here in the AFC, and the real life Super Bowl contenders. The real life Super Bowl champs are here in our world, and the contenders in our world from last year's Super Bowl 53 are here, the Jaguars. So take those 2 teams as the Jaguars knocked off the Patriots last year to be in the Super Bowl. So not really, but they did it in the first round. So that's very impressive for the Jaguars. But they're behind the Texans, who have incredible years. So we're going here, the Patriots there. The Chiefs have real life MVP Patrick Mahomes, but a subpar, Chiefs to me in our world from last year. But Patrick Mahomes have a big year this year, so it's going that way. And of course, these young guys are stepping up. So AFC is very impactful. I can remember those teams, but now, of course, we see the Bears and the Lions making it once again, as the Lions traded what's this guy name? How I forgot his name, bro. He was on a team. About to call him Tyler Lockett, but it's not. They traded him to the Eagles, Golden Tate. They had Golden Tate, and they released him. Golden Tate was having a bomb year last year, and Golden Tate got traded from the Lions to the Eagles, and the Eagles still made it to the playoffs, but didn't make it far last year. It was the Falcons and the Jaguars, but the Lions actually still made it to the playoffs and had a little run. But, they still here. They made it. They made it 2 years in a row. So shout out to the Detroit Lions. Impressive run. They made it. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, yes, the Chiefs will be in the wild card too. The Patriots seem like, I don't know who's going in the wild card. I don't know. So don't take my word. We're gonna find that out when we see the schedule. But the Bears, of course, they top dogs of the division of the NFC, and the Lions. Yes, shout out to them, making it. Packers not in real life, and the Vikings. But in real life, I would love to see this with Cam on the team. Panthers beat the Saints in that last game that I starting this Madden News Day, and the Falcons, who are Super Bowls, my fault, are Madden Star Super Bowl champs, didn't make it this year, and that pretty sucks. And the Falcons, I was rooting for them this year too to do it again, but the Panthers are there. But then we go on to the East, we got the Eagles and the Cowboys are in it. So it's the Eagles, Cowboys, Panthers, Bears, Lions. So the Lions and the Cowboys. So the Cowboys, remember this now, Eagles made it, I told you. Panthers coming back for a new run, new birth. Bears, new birth. Lions, they was here. But the Cowboys wasn't here last year, but they is the Super Bowl champs. Super Bowl 52 when we first started this Madden Stars. And Started with Java Show's Connected Franchise Mode, Super Bowl 52, man. Y'all go check out Madden Super Bowls. Cowboys, they ended to make a mark this year. And then the Seahawks, which made, I believe, last year, if I'm not mistaken, maybe I am. But the Rams did make it, I believe. And when we was on the 49ers, we could be all of these teams. So that was nothing. But the real life Rams, the Super Bowl contenders last year, is not going. So it's wide open for new Super Bowl champs this year, just to give you a heads up in our world. But we do have a real life Super Bowl champions in here looking to make that real. So let's see what happens, and let's not take any more time. Get right to the business. Rushing so much. Playoff schedule. We're not in the playoffs. Really wish I was. I would have kept on playing football, but football season be going fast, and I ain't like it. But we're here to take a note that Saturday and Sunday is the wild card round. It'll be the Jaguars and the Texans battling it out, starting it off. Oh, it looked like they all will be starting at the same time. Maybe I'm tripping. I might not be. So all of these games will be starting at 1 o'clock. So that means there will be one game each day, or I'm just tripping. I must be tripping. Let me see this. We can't even go see that. We can't even see none of that. And look, you didn't have no Pro Bowl. Like, y'all put a Pro Bowl in the game, but we can't play the Pro Bowl in the. I'm gonna make a Pro Bowl. Trust me. Me and Ronnie did that last year. Antonio Brown was live as shit last year when we did our Pro Bowl. I'm gonna make me and Ro do a Pro Bowl this year, cause that's crazy. Y'all gotta put the Pro Bowl in the game, man. If this is true, every game starting at 1 o'clock, that means there's only 2 games will be shown each day. That means one day. The time it happens is based off of me. I have a morning shift, I have a noon shift, I have an afternoon shift, and I have a night shift and an after dark shift. We're way behind. This all happens already. Super Bowl 54 happened. So these things here is that. So what I'm just gonna say is we got some games to come check out, but I'm kind of confused. They all start at 1 o'clock. I really think this shit is rigged, but this is our world. Buying Madden 20, our experience, and this is how it's going. Guess it's not that intriguing, or they're just trying to hurry up and, get them games going. So if I go check it out, Cowboys and Seahawks might be the game. The reigning MVP from 2019-2020 season, Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson, going against the 2017-2018 Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl 52 champs. So that might be the game. We primetime showcasing for you guys. The Jaguars, Texans. I don't feel it, but I'm feeling the Cowboys and the Seahawks game. That's the one. That is the one, guys, for the Saturday evening game. I don't know what day I'm going to promote it. I don't know what day. It may even come right after this be shown. Right after this come out, my next shift, you may even see this game. So just keep a heads up on me and when I drop it. But just know, Cowboys and the Seahawks is the first day of this week. We in March, so just know when we're going to get it going. So just know it's not stopping. So I'm going to check out all the games, though. Like, of course, I'm going to fast forward, the other game. But, just know, I know what I'm doing, how I showcase primetime games, but also showcase the other games in their uniform and the outcome. I play those games. Like, I don't just simulate them. If I simulate them, it's just because we missed those week and we just, you know what I mean? But yeah, Cowboys Seahawks would be starting off the NFL playoffs, wild card round, and then in other places, but down here, Fizz and Friends Gaming, but in other local areas and other sides, probably West, East, that's how they dividing it. You know what I mean? The NFC side, where we down in the MIA, but where we in New York, we'll probably see some AFC. Low key, you in real life, you'll see on two different channels at the same time these two games. But in our world, Fizz and Friends game brought to you by EA Sports. We're gonna be showcasing the Cowboys and the Seahawks for this playoff. And of course, there will be a Madden News Day. Going back here, probably discussing more about this team and everything. And nah, scratch that. Since this is a season recap and we here just going into the playoffs, just want to give y'all a heads up that the Madden News Day I got here, I might as well do that for Madden News Day number 2 going into the playoffs. So Madden News Day number 2 in the playoffs, when I go live, trust me, we're going to see everything from there, Madden, all the news. So this will be the last segment. I'm done. But before I go any further, the primetime game going into that Sunday between the Lions and the Panthers, Browns and Chiefs. I'm sorry, Panthers, but we're going with the Chiefs. We have one day NFC, one day AFC. It's an obvious thing based off of, he was the reigning, but he's not no more. But 2018, 2019 MVP, Patrick Mahomes in real life, going against the, very talked about Browns. So that'll be that game going down. But in the case of comparison, as I could recall, going past these teams, the Panthers and the Lions never made this happen. It's kind of weird how it's looking, but it's pretty awesome if you ask me. Of course, the Panthers, and of course, the Chiefs, and of course, the Seahawks, and of course, the Texans. These teams would have been in, and that means the Ravens, the Patriots in real life, I believe, are there for the division round safe. And then we have the Bears, and who is it? Seahawks, Panthers, and who is that other team? The Eagles. There you go. So the Eagles and the Bears are there for the divisional round. So we're going to check out those teams and see how it goes and see if, let me see. So the Texans made it. Seahawks made it. I'm going to start with AFC. The Texans made it. The Chiefs made it. The Ravens made it. The Patriots made it. And I think I went over this, obviously, in our world. The Jaguars made it, but they never really made it. And then the Browns never really made it. So normally, I'm talking like compared to real life. So normally, as I'm going about it, the Browns and the Jaguars be the only two teams that I will just look back forward in a season of jerseys and how they play and what they will wear. Just to give a heads up that I would be comparing their jerseys, of course, but there's teams that's not in the real life playoffs, so it will have to be based off of their season. So just know a lot of the uniqueness will come towards those teams. Then the AFC, I believe the Seahawks made it. The Panthers didn't make it. The Lions didn't make it. The Cowboys didn't make it. The Bears didn't make it. I think the Eagles made it. So those teams would be checked out as that. Just have to confirm that for you guys to understand, because it's brand new, man. I'm witnessing everything as you guys are witnessing everything, and it's weird. I don't know who's gonna make it, but this game is very highly noticeable. This game is noticeable. This game is noticeable. This game is part of my least favorite game to watch, just because each team didn't have that much impact in like Christian McCaffrey in real life had. So Christian McCaffrey got hurt, so it's a slow buzz, but it's a game to take note. But I really wish they had it with the like I could watch all the games. You know what I mean? It's kind of stupid, but I hope that if they do that for the next round, then I will break each of them down my way, because that's ugly and I don't like that. That's ugly. Like, I must be tripping. I gotta be tripping. I just clicked playoff Super Bowl. Y'all seen it. Like, gotta be tripping. But yeah, that's what to come. If I do make sure, let's just make sure. If they all saying 1 o'clock here, it must be 1 o'clock. Oh no. Sorry. Who else is there? Super Bowl 54 down in Miami, man. See, so feels like that. Then I'm just gonna go based on, cause I normally just go based off what it really is, off the time, how the game's supposed to be showed. That when they premiere in the real life, it is any time, but the games, how they shown, is based off of the time and the dates they got in the game. So, who's the other team of the Brown or Jaguars? I mean, just know up to come, you'll see who's the favorite. So I'm just making sure, man. That's how everything is running. But yeah, that's it for me, man. Here Madden Stars season roundup for 1920 season. Next year, hopefully, we get a big push and make it to the playoffs. I really thought we could have made it to the Super Bowl as the start of the season, as the head coach, Adam Gates. I'm the head coach and the player, because I pick the plays and I play. So, that's how it's going. But I'm also the commentator here in Madden Stars. So, check me out, Fizz and Friends Gaming, like that. We here the wild card. Check that coming soon. And of course, if I choose to drop this now, scratch that, because I'm making it known. Check me out all the way here. Wild card will come definitely after this is upload in the next hour of the show. So just know that will be the first day. Then the next day be the next game. It's just 2 games. Of course, I said I'm going based off of how they show. It says 1 o'clock every game. This is our world. In our world in Madden Stars, Madden NFL 20. We here. EA Sports, Fizz and Friends Gaming, Fizzleman1, signing out. Yeah.